Hey, what's going on, people? We are getting ready here for a Take the Initiative tournament match between Voltair and Dillen. Voltair running a classic Boba green with a little bit of change up there. He's running 3 of the Cunnings, so that'll be an interesting, change. See how that works versus, fewer traitoresses. And then on the other side, we got Dillen, and he is running Emperor Palpatine red, which I actually played against this match yesterday. The Palpatine, and it's a pretty solid deck. He's got a lot of little tricks to make sure that he's getting that Palpatine out a little early. He's got the ramp, of course, and then when Vader comes down, he's trying to pick up either the IRG or the Veers. Both of those are very powerful, and just going to be some great matches here. So we're going to do a best out of 3, and we are getting right into it now. Okay. So turn 1, we saw the Palpatine got initiative. He played down his what do you call that? Yularen. Goodness gracious. And we saw Cartel Spacer come out for Voltair. Let's see here. And now we're gonna see. So we saw Yularen go into base there, and now we see a super laser tech for the Boba Fett. Welcome. And we'll see a super laser tech come out for Mr. Palpatine as well. Apologies. Alright, I think I got everything fixed now. Okay. So we see the Cartel Spacer get taken out. Oh my goodness. I missed something there. Oh yeah, he got taken out with the Imperial Interceptor. Now we see Boba Fett deploy. Yularen went into base for 2. And we'll see Boba Fett take out Yularen. I don't think that was the best play, personally, but he is able to get out a 7th Fleet Defender to execute that Imperial Interceptor using his ECL. So we're definitely going to see Force Choke here from our Palpatine player. That's definitely a good route to take. Get rid of the Boba, and basically have a free board to play with. So even though it costs 2, that's going to be worth it. And yeah, that's what we see first. So very solid play here. This is kind of tough. I think you just attack base for 3, and then you're at 6 resources, so you could do a cunning, but I think we're probably gonna see a steadfast battalion. So okay, he goes with the resupply there. That's fine. Yeah, steadfast battalion comes out for the Boba Fett player, and then Palpatine takes the initiative. We're up to 7 resources now, so this is when things will really be able to kick off. Uh, it's gonna go with Super Laser Tech. That plays perfectly into the, or it doesn't play perfectly into the Steadfast Battalion. Steadfast Battalion loves that. He's gonna kill it potentially, and you know, uh, overwhelm. I don't think this is a super great play, just because the Super Laser Tech, it's just not that good of a card. So he's gonna put it back in hand, so that way Palpatine can't come out this turn. Maybe that was okay. I'm not sure. He's gonna do it again. He really wants that Palpatine out. He's gonna be able to take Steadfast Battalion, so I guess that is a pretty solid play. So I think now you're forced to go in there, and you overwhelm for, what is that, 8? So that's pretty solid. Palpatine will come out and steal it, and then we'll see 3 more into the base with that 7th Fleet Defender. It's not great giving him a Steadfast Battalion, but you have the option for Vader next turn or Bosk to remove it, so it's not a huge swing. I would say Palpatine is definitely in command of this game now. He's got less than half damage on his base, and he has much stronger board presence. Although he did not get that good of a draw, he's got a Veers in hand, which is okay, but going up against the Vader or a Fett's Fire Spray, it could be a little bit tough. I think we see Steadfast Battalion here go for 9 into the base, or for 7 into the base first. Are we gonna see a Traitorous on that 7th Fleet Defender? I think that's a big misplay regardless here. You have to attack with that Steadfast Battalion first, because now we're going to see Vader come out and take care of that, and that was all for a lot of nothing. Take the damage where you can before playing new cards is a pretty fundamental thing, and I do see a lot of players miss out on that. Most of the time, if you have a card that could be killed, like that Steadfast Battalion with 2 damage on it, basically anything in the game could kill that, including the Crafty Smuggler that's out there on the board. Get him a shoot first or something like that, and it becomes an issue. So you got to attack when you can, and so he just missed out on a lot of damage, which could come back to bite him in the butt. All right, showing that Traitorous, and the board is much more even now. You still, of course, have like Palpatine, who can do a lot of damage and stuff like that, but really, Boba's taking a big swing back here this turn. So I think a huge misplay there for Mr. Dillen on Palpatine. All right, so we'll see 3 more going to the base there. Viper Probe got taken out, of course, by the Piet. And Dillen, to save this game, he really needs a high impact draw. Something like a, I think he's got Vader's as the only really high drop. Oh, Palpatine, of course, right? Yeah, he's got Palpatine, Vader, and Reinforcement Walker. So yeah, we'll definitely be looking for some of those cards. He gets a Vader, so that's a pretty strong draw. Oh man, Got two Fet's Fire Sprays and Overwhelming Barrage. So yeah, there could be a massive board clear this turn. He could get rid of Palpatine right off the bat. Voltaire can with that Overwhelming Barrage. So yeah, this will be interesting. Veers gets taken out by Boba Fett. And searching for the Emperor's Royal Guard. That's a great draw there. And he'll take care of that crafty smuggler. I think that's a good play overall. Now Boba Fett's forced to go into that uh, Emperor's Royal Guard. And then we see Fett's Fire Spray come out. Palpatine definitely has the advantage now. He's going 4 more into the base there. And we'll see Fett's Fire Spray go for 5 into the base. So our Palpatine player, Dillen, has an overwhelming barrage, but so does our Boba Fett player. So it depends on who's going to play it first. And of course, since Dillen has the initiative, we're going to see his first. And that'll go on Vader for 7, killing the Fett's Fire Spray and dealing 1 more to that Boba Fett. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, wait. Did he do 2 extra? Wait, 7. The Boba Fett was at 3, right? Maybe I missed something there. Somebody tell me what I just missed. How he did that extra damage to Boba Fett. Okay, players are fixing it. Players are fixing it. I think for some reason he still thought he had Veers on the board for that extra damage. Of course he didn't, but he still is going to win here, assuming he plays correctly. Right now, the Emperor's Royal Guard should be attacking the base for 3 damage, and then followed up with the Palpatine Strike to do that extra little bit. Oh, okay. Well, he's going to tap it. And now you just take Traitorous on Boba Fett, and there you go. GG's. Dillen taking the first one. Of course, this matchup heavily favors the control player, and we will move back to game 2. Unfortunately, just the timing there, whether you take the initiative or deal at 5 damage. Obviously, dealing the 5 damage with the Fett's Fire Spray last turn was important for the Boba Fett player, but you don't know what that could cause as like a ripple effect. So, if you have an overwhelming barrage, it could be worth it to take care of some of your opponent's bigger units before worrying about damage. Because at this point, you're now worried about board control, since you're not going to be able to race as much, since Palpatine has all of his resources that he needs to wipe you out. So yeah, good plays from both guys here. We'll go back to the sideboard here. I'm going to pull up their list while they're doing this. So as you see here, the Boba Fett player on the sideboard has a couple of interesting cards. Bodhi Rook is something that could be good in this matchup to remove overwhelming barrages or force chokes, that sort of thing. He does come out at 5 resources, though, which is a very expensive card. I'm not sure it's worth it whatsoever. And that's Voltaire, the red player here. And he also has Change of Heart, which is extremely good against Palpatine. I think he's going to be sideboarding in both of those. I would take out the Cunnings because they are just not what you want to be wasting resources on in this matchup in particular. For Dillen, though, I think a big one we're going to see is the Mandalorian Fighter. That could remove traitoresses, and that could basically just hinder. Well, I guess he doesn't have too many upgrades because he only has one traitoress, so maybe not that. Maybe we just see more cell block guards, or maybe we see a Devastator or two. I think Devastator is much better than the. I think the other one is Relentless. Devastator, of course, has Sentinel, which can block the Fet's fire sprays. Apologies. All right, so these players are done sideboarding, so we'll see what they end up pulling up here. Looks like we do see some cell block guards there for Dillen, and we don't see any new cards for the Boba Fett player, so not sure what we're gonna get here. Palpatine not having any ramp in this hand is a bit rough. I think maybe I would probably toss this hand to search for a ramp because that means a lot more to me than having a turn one play. Getting, turn two, Super Laser Tech is much more impactful to the game overall. Boba Fett will take initiative again. Of course, he started with it. He's got 2 Super Laser Techs, so he's definitely going to be getting that Boba Fett out turn early. I think we're probably going to see the Viper Probe. I guess he just trades down the board. No, he's probably going to go 3 to base. 3 to base with the Viper Probe, and then force the Short Trooper to swing back. And then we just see Super Laser Tech here for sure. Fricky, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to try to do a lot more of these matches here. We've got another one tonight. Approximately, I think it's like 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're hungry for Star Wars Unlimited content played at a high level, I will definitely be here to supply that. We're, of course, this is the Season 2 Top Cut. And Season 3 is going on right now as well. So if you'd like to join, I'll link it at the end of this match here. And that way you guys can go ahead and join up. It's a lot of fun. You play against good players, so you're constantly improving, and that's what I get out of watching these games and playing in them. You learn a lot. So that Veers was pretty impactful there, allowing him to kill the Viper Probe and not die. The Short Trooper is an extremely powerful card, so. And now that he has an official out, he can do the Emperor's Royal Guard, and that has Sentinel at a 3-5. So a lot of good little tricks here with the Imperial plus Palpatine kind of dynamic. And we'll see Boba Fett here, but he's going to be forced to go into that Emperor's Royal Guard, which has 5 HP, like I said. So one more than what Boba can traditionally dish out. We'll probably see an overwhelming barrage here it's a 4-6 actually because of Veers as well. Forgot about that. But we'll see an overwhelming barrage here to kill Veers, and probably just kill the. Yeah, he just goes for the kill on the Emperor's Royal Guard, I think, because then the Short Trooper is going to die anyway. So I think overwhelming barrage here is a massive bonus for the Boba Fett player. And Short Trooper going 3 into base. Overwhelming barrage here clears the board. And that is extremely powerful. He doesn't have anything to play with 2 resources, unfortunately. So he won't get it, super value, but 6 to base still. That puts him at a good clip here to, deal with whatever we're gonna see here from Dillen. Um, he's only at 5 resources, remember, because he's a couple behind the Boba Fett. That's why that ramp is so important, because you got to stay on the same page as the Boba Fett player. So he's going to resupply this turn, and it's getting pretty late. So I think we see Boba Fett go 4 into base here, and then we see probably Force Choke. Okay, that's nice. I think we go with Cartel Spacer, Super Laser Tech, and Greedo, just to build up a board, and that's beautiful. And now we'll see probably Vader come down. Yeah. No, we can actually see Raider. I think Raider's better. I guess not. No. No, because you wanna find the Veers or something like that. You can find Veers or Super Laser Tech in this one. They're both solid. He's gonna take Super Laser Tech. And he's gonna kill the Boba. I think IRG or Emperor's Royal Guard would have been better, but unfortunately he just didn't find it. Palpatine forced to take initiative, and we'll see 5 more coming to the base from Greedo and Cartel Spacer. He's gonna take out Vader? No, he's gonna go to base. Okay, yeah, going to base here is massive. We will see Vader come out to kill the other Vader, and he's looking for something impactful. There's a Boba Fett. Wow, this is great. So yeah, the Vader will go down, and then did he not do an attack? No attack? Oh, that's cool. Okay. So yeah, it is important. You don't have to always ambush, especially when your opponent has no more plays left, and that leaves Vader out of range of Emperor Palpatine from the unit Palpatine. It leaves it out of range of a one shot from the Vader, and yeah, the only thing that can kill him is Overwhelming Barrage, which of course Dillen does have. So be interesting to see what he chooses to do. We're going to see Overwhelming Barrage, which will... I think we see a kill on... Yeah, okay, Greedo, Super Laser Tech, and Boba Fett for 7. He could also kill Cartel Spacer since he doesn't have anything in the air. And then just do 2 to Boba Fett? I'm not sure. 2 to Vader is good. Yeah, he'll kill Spacer, and then he'll do 1 to each Boba Fett and Vader. I don't like that necessarily as a as the play. Yeah, that's just odd. I would have done 2 to Vader or 2 to Boba Fett to put him in range for something. And now we just see Vader go into the base for 5, and Palpatine's on life support. I guess he's doing it so that way Palpatine, since Palpatine drops this turn, he can take whichever one is damaged. So, fair play. I missed that. Well, knowing that Palpatine's going to drop, then you just attack with the Vader for 5 because it does the most damage. And then Palpatine drops and takes the Boba Fett. So he doesn't die. Yeah. That's good. And then you can Overwhelming Barrage here to kill the Vader and Super Laser Tech and Boba Fett, I think. Let's see. You can kill Boba Fett for 4, and then you can kill Vader for... Oh, that's 5, yeah. That's tough. At least you can get him to 7 damage this turn. So he dies next turn. Um, cool. So Vader will go into base for 7. And we'll see 7th Fleet come down. That's good. If he draws a surprise strike now, it's basically over. And Palpatine here is going to go 4 into the base. Yeah, I'm not sure why he didn't take care of that Vader. Even though he's got Emperor's Royal Guard, a waylay now will win him the game, basically. So, seems like an odd choice. And we're on to the next turn. I guess I'm blanking on the Palpatine again. I can see that, so he's gonna drop for 6 and kill the Vader. So Vader might as well take out that Royal Guard while he can. Yeah, it doesn't force you normally to attack with the 7th Fleet since it does have that shield. So I would have attacked with the Vader first. Yeah, and here it doesn't force Dillen to do anything. He can be very reactive. So he's going to attack with that Emperor's Royal Guard first. Let Vader kill it. That's fine. It's already done its damage. And that will be game for Dillen. I think he's got it here. Not a good draw there at the end for our Boba Fett player. He couldn't finish it out. Of course, Control is meant to win this matchup. It's a very favorable one for them, and he's got no answers to that Palpatine. Yeah, I definitely think the Vader attacking the Emperor's Royal Guard was a necessary play there. So, bit of a mistake that cost them the game. So, yeah, you gotta pay attention to your boards, people. That's all I got for that one. Thanks for joining us. We will be back later today. Here, let me get that timing real quick so that way I give you the right information. That one will be at 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC today between Jax and I'm So Humble. And those players are running a, let's see, Sabine for Jax. So it's going to be Sabine versus Boba Fett. So if you're interested in kind of a different matchup where it's the Boba versus Sabine, so the aggro versus mid range, that one's much more favored for the Boba Fett. It'll be interesting to see what we get up to there. It's the Sabine yellow, so it's not your standard typical meta Sabine. Anyways, thanks for joining us. I appreciate the follow, Trevor and Frick. You guys are fantastic, and I will catch you guys later tonight. See ya.